going on, guys? It's Jacob here. In this video, I'm going to go over the 4 things you need to do in order to hit 10K a month in your SMMA, right? These are the 4 principles I follow to scale my own agency to 125K a month. Down below, there's a video in the description. There is a video of me showing actual proof of me doing 125K a month. The reason I do that is because there's a lot of jokesters in the space who claim to be doing these numbers, yet I've never seen proof, right? So, and these are the 4 principles I'm going to follow if I ever start another agency, right? So that being said, let's dive right in. So the number 1 thing you need to do is craft your offer, right? Is craft your offer, right? So there's many ways to craft your offer, right? So you can guarantee, right? You can do guarantees, which I don't like anymore because everybody and their mother guarantees, hey, I'll get you, 10 closed deals, or if you don't, I'll give you my, left kidney. Like, it's getting out of control at this point. So I don't recommend guarantees, but you can do guarantees or an easy yes to offer, right? Which can be free trials, test drive, and my favorite, pay per lead, right? Guarantees, this can be, I guarantee X closed deals, or you don't pay. You can do, I guarantee X leads. Let's just do leads, or I work for free, or this is another one too that's actually pretty good. 30-day satisfaction action guarantee, right? The reason I don't like this is because there's been so many people who guarantee this and they don't actually fulfill on that guarantee, and then they don't even give their clients their money back or work for free or anything along that line, right? So it doesn't really build any trust, because it's so saturated to guarantee things, right? And I recommend, what I think is the best thing to do is do an easy yes to offer. So if it were my opinion, this was what I would do, right? I would do either a free trial offer, I would do a test drive to a paid in full or retainer, and then free trial, I would do PIF. And you want to tell them the price of the paid in full price or the retainer price after the free trial or after the test drive, right? Or my favorite, just pay per lead, right? And you can do a small setup fee with this, right? This makes it super easy for someone to say yes to you and start working with you, especially if you don't have any crazy testimonials or crazy results or anything along that nature, which I didn't have, right? If you have crazy testimonials and crazy, reviews and like, man, everybody loves you, then maybe you can go along that route. But most people don't have these, crazy case studies and testimonials with like 10, 15, 30, 40, case studies, right? So if you don't, then I personally think you can do what you want, but I personally think you can go to the easy yes to offer, right? Especially if you're not the greatest at sales. Not the greatest at sales, right? If you're a machine at sales, do this, which I'm not a machine at sales. I don't like selling. So this is what I do. I do an easy yes to offer. You can even do weekly charges. So instead of doing, hey, it's $2K a month, you can just do $500 a week, right? So these are the things that you need, right? Is the offer, right? You need to get the offer. Recommend, like I said, going to easy yes to offer, right? Next thing you need to do is find leads, right? So once you craft your offer, right? Obviously, I'm assuming, you picked your niche, follow one niche and stick in one niche only. It's gonna be so much easier to scale. And then once you start, getting more confidence, you start getting better at running your agency, you can go a little bit more broad, right? The more niche you go down, it's going to be a lot easier to scale, right? Dan Kennedy always talks about, if you guys don't know Dan Kennedy, I would start researching him and looking into him. He always talks about picking your ideal customer avatar. It's just amazing, right? So number two, you need to find leads, right? There's many different ways to find leads. So you can do paid ads, which you don't need to scale. You don't need paid ads in order to scale your agency. Anyone telling you that is a lie. I scaled my agency all the way to 6-figure months by just doing outbound marketing, right? So you can do paid ads. You can find them. You can find your clients on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and then let's scroll down. You can do data, right? So that means like phone numbers, right? You can buy people. You can go on Fiverr, Upwork, wherever, and find your niche's phone numbers online, right? You can buy that. That's what we do at my agency. We just do. I'll dive into there on cold SMS, right? So I recommend going after data because you can do a huge amount of volume, right? Or Instagram is going to cap you out at like 50 DMs. Facebook's going to cap you out at 20 DMs. LinkedIn's going to cap you at like 30 DMs, whatever. Paid ads is great. That's what I'm personally getting into. It just gets really costly, in my opinion. And there's a lot more what's that word I'm looking for? I forget the word I'm looking for, but it just gets expensive, right? So I recommend going after data. That's my personal recommendation, is buying data of roofers, right? Phone numbers from roofing companies, solar companies, med spa companies, whatever your niche is, you can find their numbers, right? Then you have to just set appointments, guys, right? And this is probably something you guys already know, but that's the only thing that you guys need to be doing, is setting appointments. That's where the majority of your time has to go into, right? Is setting appointments. So you can set appointments with, DMs, right? On Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, obviously paid ads, what we talked about. Cold SMS, which goes towards data, right? So we actually cold text all real estate agents. We send out 10,000 cold texts every single day to real estate agents, seeing if they want our service, right? You can do cold call. This is cheap, very, very cheap. Cold email, right? Which is probably my least form of outbound. It just kind of gross to me, right? But like I said, you guys already know this. Just set appointments with an easy yes to offer, right? You want to follow an easy. You guys are going to book a ton of appointments and bring on so many people. Easy, yes to offer, right? Boom. And then you have to close appointments, guys. These are the only 4 things you need, right? And this might be like, oh, I've already heard this before, but it's like literally the only thing you need to do. Close appointments, right? You can do this over phone. We don't even close our clients over Zoom. We do it over phone, right? I recommend now in today's, agency space, these business owners hate getting on Zoom. They hate getting on Zoom. It's just such a pain in the ass for them, right? Phone demos or Zoom demos, right? Both work fine. Zoom works too, but I just, especially with phone demos, if you're doing phone demos, you can do an easy yes to offer, right? And then you just close them, right? Because with an easy yes to offer, that you remove the pressure of selling. You just be like, hey, Mr. Business Owner, it's just $100 a lead, and it's just $100 a lead and a $300 setup fee. That's it. No long-term commitments. You can pause leads whenever you'd like, whatever your offer is, right? And you just close, guys. That's the only thing. So if you're struggling to get the 10K a month, recommend craft your easy yes to offer. You're going to do a free trial or a test drive, right? Like, hey, it's $500 a month, and after, if you like it, only if after you get results, and you want to set expectation in the test drive and the free trial to see like, hey, this is what we're going to do in order to get you in order for this to be a successful trial, right? So you want to set that expectation, right? Easy yes to offer. right? I don't even recommend weekly charges, to be honest. I don't even do that. Then you got to find leads. What platform are you going to do to find leads? I recommend doing data, right? Because you can do a lot of volume on data. These platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, are going to cap you, right? Going to cap you on how many outreaches to do per day, right? This unlimited, right? You set appointments and close appointments. That's literally it, right? So I would literally just wake up, whatever time you wake up, I'd start cold calling or cold texting at 9 a.m. for 4 hours a day and do as much as you can until you can't talk or like literally your eyes are bleeding. Then I would go take a break, right? Eat lunch, go do it for another 2 hours, right? And then go to the gym, right? Go meditate, whatever you need to do, go do some form of exercise, and then take sales calls in the afternoons, right? And then once you get to that point, right, where you're like, oh my God, this is impossible, and you've hit, 7K a month, then you start outsourcing people to find you leads and set you appointments, right? So now you're waking up to taking demo calls and then et cetera, et cetera. I'll make another video on how to systemize your business and remove yourself from the day-to-day, right? Because it's just as easy to remove yourself from this entire process. But this is not even, this is nothing new, guys. Don't worry about making your, trying to make some insane pitch deck or some insane website, picking your website name, just this is the only things you guys need to do. And I promise you do this every single day, you're going to hit 10K a month. You can do this literally in 30 days, guys, if you follow this. Send as much as you can. If you tell me, oh, I'm not getting, send more, right? It's not that hard. So this is just a daily reminder, because even myself, I get distracted on things I need to do to scale my agency. And right now we're at a point where we're at 125K a month. I'm like, damn, how do I get to 250? I just double down on this, right? Because once you hit 10, 15, 20K a month, 30K a month, you have a proven system to get clients and a proven way that clients actually want what you're selling, right? And then, which I do, then I'm like, damn, how do I get to 250? I just duplicate this. I double down on all of this. I double down on finding leads. I double down on setting appointments, and I double down on closing appointments. How can I increase my close rate? How can I increase how many appointments we're setting? How can I increase on how I can find more leads? So right now we're going to do cold SMS and paid ads. So yeah, hopefully you got this reminder to, stop creating your website and focus on setting appointments and closing appointments. Only thing you need to do. So if you guys want my one-on-one help, down below you can DM me on Instagram one-on-one, and we can see if I'm the right fit to scale your agency to 125K a month and so on and so forth, right? And start thinking bigger, guys. 10K a month is very, very simple. It is super easy. Like, you guys have this in you. 20K is super easy. 100K is super easy, guys. I will say going from 0 to 10K is going to be the hardest thing to do, because you have to do everything in the business, and then you're going to start removing yourself, and it's going to get easier to go from 10K to 100K. So much easier, guys. So much easier to go from 10K to 100K. Your first 10K is going to be the hardest, right? If you're not already there. And if you are already there and you're at 100 watching this video, then you probably agree with me, right? So that being said, guys, DM me on Instagram if you guys want my one-on-one help. We can see if I'm the right fit to grow your agency to 100K a month. And then down below, let me know if there's any other videos you guys want me to make, and I'll be sure to get those out there and start producing some value. So hopefully you guys got some value from this video, and just another daily reminder to set appointments and close appointments. So yeah, talk to you guys soon. Peace.